This is a place where players can come and get better and be surrounded by an organization that supports you. They're going to have everything they need to be successful.
The Indiana Fever are done being the WNBA's punching bag. With Caitlin Clark leading the charge, they're eyeing the championship, and they've got the resources and new management to make it happen. Kelly Krauskopf, the new leader at the helm, is no stranger to success, having led the Fever to multiple playoff appearances and their only championship back in 2012. Coming from the Indiana Pacers, she's got the connections, the experience, the know-how, and the owner's blessing to turn Indy into a free agent hotspot. And with Amber Cox, the WNBA veteran insider, as GM, they're ready to make waves.
Are you in a position where you can add some pieces?
Yes, we are. We're definitely in a position, and I would think that if you are a smart basketball player and you watch the way she plays, you would want to play with her.
Their game plan? It's all about building around Caitlin Clark. Let's briefly recap their off-season priorities. First, they're laser-focused on keeping Kelsey Mitchell in the mix. Her complementary play to Clark makes them the best backcourt in the league, the Splash Sisters. Next is all about defense, beefing up their forward line with some defensive muscle and on-ball scoring. Some would even say an enforcer type. Third is all about adding versatile wings to light up the scoreboard, whether as a starter or from the bench. And finally, strong backups to Clark and Mitchell to keep the offense running while they're resting. But who will join their quest for glory? From former MVPs to rising stars, we're counting down the top 10 free agents who could catapult the Fever to championship status. Plus, we'll reveal 2 current Fever free agents whose futures hang in the balance. The next dynasty could be forming right before our eyes. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
I mean, this is a winning franchise. We've had constant success of winning and being in the playoffs, and my plan is to return us to that level of consistency, and that takes commitment. That takes players that really are invested in being great players and being a great team.
As we dive into the Fever's free agency plans, one name stands out above the rest: Kelsey Mitchell. The dynamic guard has been the heart and soul of Indiana's offense alongside Caitlin Clark, averaging an impressive 19.2 points per game in the 2024 season. Mitchell is now an unrestricted free agent, and the Fever are facing a $250,000 question.
Your scorer, the number 2 pick of the 2018 draft, and you know that she's one of the best players at the pro level. Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell's importance to the team can't be overstated, and their team president did not hold back.
We wouldn't be where we are today without Kelsey Mitchell. I mean, she's clearly a very foundational piece.
Her scoring ability and efficiency have made her the perfect complement to Caitlin Clark's playmaking prowess. The prospect of this backcourt duo has fans and analysts buzzing with excitement. Mitchell herself seems eager for the partnership, stating,
"And I'm so happy to take the floor with you, to be a part of this experience. I want to tell you to give yourself some grace, kid. You've done a lot of things that not a lot of people can do. And from me to you, I'm always going to be a fan. I'm always going to be in your corner. I'm always going to be in your backcourt."
The numbers don't lie. Mitchell's consistent offensive output was on full display last season, including a remarkable streak of 7 consecutive 20-point games after the Olympic break and 20 overall for the season. This kind of reliability is what championship teams are built on, and the Fever know it. With the ability to offer Mitchell a Supermax core qualifying offer of about $250,000, the Fever have the financial means to keep their star guard in Indianapolis. While securing Mitchell is crucial, the Fever's ambitions don't stop there. They're setting their sights on a game-changing addition that could catapult them from playoff contenders to title favorites. With $660,000 next year to go shopping, even after signing Mitchell, the Fever still have enough space to sign a max player and a couple of role players. It's also a possibility to trade or waive 1 or 2 players on the roster to create space for 2 max players. The question is, can they lure one of the WNBA's most respected veterans away from her longtime home? Enter Nneka Ogwumike, the 2016 WNBA MVP who's still dominating the league.
Here's Nneka with 7 against Stevens. The push shot, and there it is. 5,000 points. And what is sure to be a...
In 2024, Ogwumike showcased her consistent excellence, averaging 16.6 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 2.3 assists per game. But her impact goes far beyond the box score. As a 9-time All-Star, she brings a wealth of experience and leadership that could be invaluable to Indiana's young core. Imagine Ogwumike's versatility alongside Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. Her ability to guard multiple positions and stretch the floor with a 40% three-point shot would create nightmares for opposing defenses. Plus, her veteran presence could be the key to unlocking the full potential of the Fever's rising stars, providing the veteran experiences to mentor the team, especially fellow forward Aaliyah Boston. But luring her away from the Seattle Storm won't be easy. She's spent her entire career on the West Coast, and familiarity might win out over a fresh start. The Fever will need to make a compelling case that Indiana is where she can add another championship to her resume, while at the same time being successful in the back half of her career. If Ogwumike proves elusive, the Fever have their sights set on another game-changing veteran. Remember when Indiana's defense was the league's punching bag? Imagine a world where they suddenly become an impenetrable fortress. That's the promise of Natasha Howard. And her potential arrival in Indiana has WNBA insiders buzzing.
Points in the second half for DT. Kalani Brown takes the 15. Oh, Natasha Howard one-hands it!
Enter Natasha Howard, the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year and three-time WNBA champion. Initially drafted by the Fever in 2014, her resume speaks volumes, but it's her on-court impact that could revolutionize the Fever's defense. Howard's ability to guard multiple positions and protect the rim is exactly what Indiana's struggling defense needs. In 2024, she averaged 1.2 blocks and 1.3 steals per game, showcasing her knack for disrupting opposing offenses. But Howard isn't just a defensive specialist. She's a two-way force, averaging 17.6 points and 6.7 rebounds per game last season. Imagine her paired with Aaliyah Boston in the front court. It's a combination that could dominate on both ends of the floor, giving Caitlin Clark the defensive front line she needs to push the tempo and light up the scoreboard. Howard's impact extends beyond the stat sheet. Her championship experience and leadership could be transformative for Indiana's young core. Coaches and teammates rave about her locker room presence, suggesting she could be the perfect mentor for rising stars like Clark and Boston. Speaking of rising stars, there's another name that's been buzzing in WNBA circles. She's not a household name yet, but her defensive prowess is already giving opponents nightmares. Could this unsung hero be the key to unlocking Indiana's championship dreams? Enter Brianna Turner, a defensive dynamo who's been making waves as one of the league's premier shot blockers.
To Shug, shot clock low, nice give and go between Shug and Turner.
Despite a down year with the Chicago Sky in 2024, Turner's potential is undeniable. Her best season came in 2021 with the Phoenix Mercury, where she averaged 7.8 points and an impressive 9.4 rebounds per game. But it's her shot-blocking ability that really sets her apart. Turner's defensive versatility is a perfect fit for the modern WNBA. She can guard multiple positions effectively in the front court. Imagine the defensive nightmare opposing teams would face with Turner patrolling the paint. It's enough to make any coach drool. While her offensive game is still developing, coaches rave about her work ethic and dedication to improvement. With the right system and opportunities, Turner could blossom into a two-way force. Her ability to run the floor in transition could be a perfect match for Caitlin Clark's up-tempo style of play. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
You know, it's always about your players. I was raised by Donnie Walsh, and you know, it's not about me, it's about our players. And I want to put them out front. These are dynamic women. They're tremendous people, and they're just tremendous basketball players. So we're going to look for, you know, ways to continue to grow that.
Speaking of running the floor, the Fever might have their sights set on a player who takes that concept to a whole new level. Ever wonder what happens when you combine relentless hustle, an uncanny nose for the ball, and the stamina of a marathon runner? Enter Monique Billings, the human spark plug who could electrify Indiana's second unit.
Just a nice job of putting the ball on the deck, getting Uhas to bite. Nice spin move back to the left for easy. Well, it wasn't too easy.
Billings made waves with the Dallas Wings in 2024, averaging 7.4 points per game over 24 appearances. But her impact goes far beyond the box score. She's a rebounding machine, constantly creating second-chance opportunities and frustrating opponents with her relentless pursuit of the ball. In transition, Billings is a blur, often beating opposing bigs down the court for easy buckets. Coaches rave about Billings' infectious energy, noting how her hustle elevates the entire team's intensity. From raw potential to polished prowess, our next free agent target is a stark contrast. She's a 4-time All-Star with a career average of 15 points per game. But here's the thing. Her off-court drama might be just as impactful as her on-court dominance. Are the Fever ready to roll the dice? Enter Liz Cambage, the 6 feet 8 inches center, who's been a force in the WNBA since her debut.
One of the goals of the Wings is to beat her down the floor and to keep her off the block. And so far, it's been kind of a tough job for the Wings to do.
Liz Cambage is feeling it. Knocks down the 3, only her 6th of the season.
Her scoring ability is undeniable, with a career-high of 53 points in a single game. Cambage's dominance in the paint could give the Fever a much-needed low-post threat, creating space for Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell's perimeter game. But her talent comes with baggage. Her departure from the Australian national team before the 2021 Tokyo Olympics raised eyebrows. Team chemistry is crucial, and integrating her into Indiana's young core could be a challenge. The Fever would need to weigh her on-court impact against potential locker room disruptions. Still, the potential upside is tantalizing. Imagine her drawing double teams, freeing up shooters like Clark, Mitchell, and Hull. Her rebounding prowess could ignite fast breaks, playing into Indiana's up-tempo style. And let's not forget her international experience. She averaged 20.1 points in the recent FIBA World Cup, proving she's still got game. Speaking of international experience, there's another player who's been turning heads both stateside and abroad. She's a 2-time All-Star with a skill set that seems almost unfair. But here's the catch. She's a free agent that can be protected, also known as cored, by her current team, and nabbing her could be the Fever's toughest challenge yet. Who is this mystery player, and why is she worth the fight? Enter Satou Sabally, the Dallas Wings star, who exploded onto the scene in 2024. With averages of 17.9 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, Sabally proved she's not just a scorer, she's a triple-threat dynamo. Her second consecutive All-Star selection solidified her status as one of the league's elite talents. Her versatility is what sets her apart. At 6'4", she can score from anywhere on the court, crash the boards like a center, and distribute the ball with point guard precision. Imagine her teaming up with Clark, Mitchell, and Boston. It's a combination that could give opposing coaches nightmares. But acquiring Sabally won't be easy. As someone that can be cored, the Dallas Wings can have the right to have exclusive negotiations with the player. The Fever would need to make a compelling case, both financially and in terms of championship potential, to lure her away from Dallas. While Sabally's ceiling remains sky-high, another free agent might just be the missing piece in Indiana's championship puzzle. Enter Gabby Williams, a player whose impact often flies under the radar. Her unique skill set could be the key to unlocking the Fever's full potential.
Can prevent that tonight. Gabby Williams with the pick. Oh, behind the back to Jewel. Hello! Showtime on a Wednesday night.
What makes Williams such a game changer? Williams isn't just a jack of all trades. She's a master of versatility. In 2024, she showcased her all-around game, averaging 10.3 points, 4.0 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game. But it's her defensive prowess, especially at the wing, that really sets her apart. Williams can guard multiple positions effectively, making her a nightmare for opposing offenses and a dream for coaches drawing up defensive schemes. Her international success speaks volumes. Williams led the French national team to a silver medal at the 2024 Paris Olympics, proving she can perform under pressure on the biggest stages. This experience could be invaluable for a young Fever team with championship aspirations. Imagine Williams at small forward. Her ability to facilitate and create plays would take some of the offensive burden off Clark and Mitchell. And on defense, Williams could handle the toughest perimeter assignments, giving Clark, Mitchell, and Hull more energy to light up the scoreboard. While Williams could be a perfect complement to Clark, there's another guard who might just hold the key to unlocking the Fever's full potential. She's a seasoned pro with a scoring touch that once earned her All-Star honors. What makes Odyssey Sims the potential game-changer Indiana's been searching for?
Score yourself. That's high praise. How about Monique? Gives it up. Odyssey to the hole. Oh, my goodness!
Sims brings a wealth of experience to the table, having played for multiple teams throughout her career. Her ability to create her own shot and run an offense effectively could provide much-needed depth to Indiana's backcourt. In the 2024 season, Sims showcased her scoring prowess during a brief stint with the Dallas Wings, averaging an impressive 17.2 points per game over 9 games. But Sims's value extends beyond the stat sheet. Her leadership qualities and veteran presence could prove invaluable in mentoring young talents like Caitlin Clark. On the court, Sims's efficient scoring approach could provide a significant boost off the bench. Her career-high 52% field goal percentage in the recent season demonstrates her ability to contribute meaningful minutes and maintain offensive pressure when the starters need rest. As crucial as bench scoring is, championship teams often need that X factor to push them over the top. Could a Canadian superstar with a knack for clutch plays be the secret weapon that propels Caitlin Clark and the Fever to WNBA glory? Kia Nurse's potential arrival in Indiana might just redefine what we thought possible for this young team.
Bringing it up, get it inside, Hamby, the kick out, step right into it, and we have a tie ball game. You love the roar there from Kia.
Nurse's reputation as a reliable three-point threat precedes her. With a career 32% accuracy from beyond the arc, she's proven herself a consistent floor spacer, but it's her international success that truly sets her apart. As a key player for the Canadian national team, Nurse has honed her skills against top-tier competition, bringing a wealth of experience to the table. What makes Nurse particularly intriguing for the Fever is her ability to play off-ball. This skill set could be the perfect complement to Caitlin Clark's playmaking prowess. Imagine Clark driving and dishing to a wide-open Nurse on the perimeter. It's a combination that could give opposing defenses fits. Now let's get to the 2 Fever players whose fate could change this year. Speaking of injury concerns, the Fever face a crucial decision with one of their own. A seasoned veteran played just 22 games last season, but her impact extended far beyond the stat sheet. What makes Temi Fagbenle such a valuable asset? And why might her return be pivotal for Indiana's future?
Reese, Fagbenle tips it away and off and running. Caitlin Clark wins the pass, thread the needle, my goodness!
Fagbenle's contributions to the Fever in 2024 were limited by a series of injuries, including shoulder, thumb, and foot issues. Despite these setbacks, her presence on the court was undeniable. Fagbenle's defensive prowess and basketball IQ made her a consistent threat, even in limited minutes. Her ability to read plays and disrupt opposing offenses caught the attention of coaches and analysts alike. But Fagbenle's value isn't just about what she brings to the hardwood. Her veteran presence and leadership in the locker room have been praised by teammates and coaching staff. In critical moments, Fagbenle's experience and calm demeanor proved invaluable, especially for the younger players on the roster.
Leaving it all out on the table, you really have nothing to be ashamed of or to think or to regret, right? Still battling injury to this day in the playoffs and just trying to make it work, trying to help my team in any way I can.
The Fever's management now faces a tough decision. On one hand, Fagbenle's injury history raises concerns about her long-term durability. Can she stay healthy for a full season? On the other hand, her leadership and defensive skills are exactly what a young, developing team needs. Her familiarity with the team's dynamics could be crucial in integrating new players and maintaining continuity. Or should they let go of Temi to get an upgrade at the forward spot like Ogwumike or Howard? As Indiana weighs veteran leadership, a blast from the past emerges as a tantalizing option. She once embodied the Fever's fighting spirit, rising from obscurity to stardom. Now, her possible return raises a pivotal question. Is she too expensive for the team? Enter Erica Wheeler, the embodiment of persistence and grit.
His defense before the All-Star break, they didn't have that connected.
Oh, that's a sweet play, Wheeler.
Her journey from undrafted rookie to WNBA All-Star is the stuff of legends. Wheeler's time with the Fever was marked by clutch performances and a never-say-die attitude that endeared her to fans and teammates alike. Resigning her is more than just a feel-good story. It provides continuity and motivation for the team. But let's talk numbers. With her expiring contract more than $200,000 a year, it's too much for someone that rides the bench. Will she be willing to give up money for more guaranteed years?
When you think big picture, you came back to this franchise to ultimately help them get back to the playoffs as a leader and as a player, and I know there are bigger goals, but to have accomplished that, what does it mean to you?
It just shows the type of group that we had that, you know, the start didn't look very promising and how it just was able to just capitalize on the break and just make a run and really just play some great basketball. It just shows the work that we all put in. So for me to come back and witness that, it's probably one of the best feelings.
As we've explored the top free agents who could transform the Indiana Fever, one thing is clear. The potential for greatness is within reach. With Caitlin Clark at the helm and the rest of the Fab Four in Hull, Boston, and Mitchell, Indiana could become the team everyone fears. But building a champion takes more than just talent. It requires vision, chemistry, and a little bit of magic. The Fever have the pieces to make it happen. From sharpshooters to defensive anchors, each potential addition brings something unique to the table. But the real question is, can they come together and create something special? Only time will tell. As fans, all we can do is watch, hope, and believe. The Indiana Fever's journey from underdogs to champions might just be the greatest story in WNBA history. And it's only just beginning. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.